Let's do Batman v Superman, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh my.
That will be funny.
Hey guys, I
Yeah.
just heard something very upsetting. Now,
Oh, this is already
So
terrifying.
basically,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's analyze
this is
this
from
shot.
a channel.
Yeah, well, before anything else, let's analyze this shot. We have in the background one of those particle board TV stands, a rear projection flat screen television. I mean, this is not a good scene. This is not a good set. This is not a good time at all. It looks like a permanent
A
mini
little-
Christmas tree.
A Charlie Brown.
Yes,
Charlie
a
Brown
permanent
Christmas
mini
tree.
Christmas tree. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. So what's this channel
Yeah,
about?
and look, his haircut. So his channel is Deflating Atheism.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a real thing. And did you see Batman v Superman?
not.
Hagvard? Okay. Well, it's not important, but basically at one point there's a scene where people are watching the news and Neil deGrasse Tyson shows up. And he's just making some speech about how, I thought there was no purpose in the universe. I thought we were alone, but then we found Superman or whatever. That was
Yeah.
basically the gist of it. But apparently the Christian community was not happy about that. They've chosen to harp on it like, oh my God, how could he say that there was no purpose in the universe?
Well, and I would
And that's
argue,
what this
how
video
does
is.
Superman define our purpose? It's a weird statement in a
Yeah,
comic book movie, dude.
That's another point.
Yeah, it's just a weird
they're trying
statement in a
to-
comic
they
book
do a
movie.
lot of- They try to make Superman Jesus a little too much.
That's so weird.
now, this is hearsay because I have not seen the movie, nor is it anything I would ever plan on seeing. But I have
This is like the same kind of reputations I get. I didn't watch the video, but you're a shitlord. Like, what?
I wanted to make a video about this, but I'm not gonna watch the movie. Did you at least like BitTorrent the scene that this happened in? Like, what the fuck?
What a weird fucker.
have it on good authority
Bible's good authority to you.
from James Bishop, who is an excellent Christian apologist.
Jesus told me.
Yeah, Jesus said. Some dude with the last name of Bishop said.
Please like his Facebook page. I'm going to link it down below. I've actually been badgering him to create his own YouTube channel, but James Bishop went out and saw Batman versus Superman or Superman versus Batman or whatever it is. It's a critically reviled movie, although James actually quite enjoyed it.
It's just a garbage movie from what I've heard. Regardless of the Neil deGrasse Tyson othering and all this shit, it's just a trash movie from what I've heard.
I thought it was okay. It had its highlights, but overall pretty a clusterfuck. I
Pretty
think it's fair to
mediocre
say.
at best, huh?
Yeah. Ben Affleck was not good, by the way.
Shocking.
But he said at one point in the movie, they actually wheel out Neil deGrasse Tyson to give us
Neil deGrasse. Someone watches Canadian
Like,
television.
yeah,
Someone watches
Oh.
Canadian TV. deGrasse.
his usual bad
and they
philosophy.
Huh?
they wheeled him out like Drake. They wheeled him out like Drake was in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
in
like what the
Degrassi.
fuck? You racist. You just related a black man to another black man, Mr. Video Maker. You racist.
I'm sorry.
Spiel about how we know the universe is meaningless because of Darwinism or whatever. Neil deGrasse Tyson's hypocrisy is just disgusting. He insists on making these ignoramus proclamations about philosophy.
Does he think that's a
That
real
sounded
statement?
Like a completely. That was a natural statement from it. Ignoramus proclamations. I'm sure he does that all the time.
But-
He looks like the type.
I have to know. Does he think that the line he said in the Superman and Batman movie was real? Does he think that's like a firmly held belief?
No, it's obviously maybe he does because he's a moron. It's obviously fake.
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson actually thinks Superman,
He's talking about
a
Superman.
fictitious character, is the meaning in the universe. You lunatic. I mean, I know that you have trouble
He's
segmenting
crazy.
reality from fantasy, but most of us know that that was a movie.
Yeah, they brought him in because it's a cameo,
And because
they're trying to
he's a
add some
beloved
realism
person.
to the movie.
He's a beloved character. That's all. Not particularly beloved by me, but he is a beloved character.
And then whines when people call him out on it.
Hold on. I have it on authority that the 90s called and they don't want this guy or his house back.
He literally looks like he hasn't made a purchase since 1999.
Oh god, look at that. Screen cap that face.
There's a fucking CD rack behind him.
It was scented candles on top.
Fuck me.
He says he has no interest in philosophy, but he insists on pontificating on philosophical matters. So my advice is just...
deGrasse Tyson, he's always pontificating on philosophical matters. He should really leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, like Sam Harris?
No, like this guy.
No.
This guy, he would say the same thing about Sam Harris. Who's this Sam Harris? Who does he think he is? Oh, I see. Neuroscientist. Why don't you stop talking about foreign policy, Sam?
I love when people just say he's a neuroscientist without having done enough research to realize that he took several years of philosophy courses before realizing that philosophy turned to neuroscience to make discoveries, to make definitions. So he just stepped beyond philosophy and decided to go for neuroscience. He is a philosopher. Most people just don't understand that.
It's like stay in your lane. Like, look, Sam Harris, this is what you're allowed to talk about. Thunderfoot, why are you talking about feminism?
I love
Stick to
stay in your
chemistry,
lane.
you nerd.
That is such a phrase that's been spread around insanely. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, dog.
Again, if I said it, it would be racist. Hey, black guy, stay in your lane. Don't come into my white neighborhood. Stay in your lane. That's something that,
Neil
that would
deGrasse
be...
Tyson, stay in your lane.
Yeah,
Go back to the ghetto.
That would be questioned, I'm just saying. Very firmly questioned.
Not this horse shit. The movie's probably gonna bomb because supposedly it's a turkey anyway, but we don't need to be told in
No, man, it's a camel. It's not a turkey, it's a camel. It was made by committee, just like all the new Marvel movies, which is why they're trash, because they're taking all these other people's input. They've never been genius films, but they were at least true to the form. Now they've become utter and absolute garbage, because they're camels. They're horses made by committee.
I don't see how anyone could even say it bombed though. Like, it made a shitload of money.
Well, got nothing but roundly negative reviews. No one gave it positive reviews online.
Yeah, and you know, as much as it's not a great film, I do disagree with a lot of those reviews. I think that they went out of their way to nitpick a lot and not really, you know, like, I think that most people who sat down and watched it could enjoy it. Yeah. But if you're going out of your way to poke holes in it, of course, you could do that with any movie, though.
I agree. I'm gonna eject this guy.
Yeah.
You've been ejected,
That's enough
friend.
of him.